Okay. Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday or Sunday. Weird. Okay. Let's see. How about we go like this? Wow, 105 posts. All right. Let's see. Just put out on socials that we're live really quick, and then we'll do it. Let's see. Quick stream. Okay, doop. Alright, and then that, and that. Okay. And then really quick on here. Not that one. Let's see. Here. Here. There we go. Alright. Let's turn the music off. Go there. Turn the music back on here. Or the sound. And we'll click continue. And we'll switch over there. And hopefully no mishaps like yesterday. Or whenever the last time was. But I hope everybody's... Oh yeah, we were in the Dreamy Sequence last time. Let's go this way. Hope everybody's having a great Sunday. Probably watching the game, I guess. Anyway. I'm guessing we're gonna look at the body, which apparently I forgot to do. Ooh, that's me.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
No, I do not. Ooh, why is it like that? It's all stuttery. Huh. Maybe we should turn down the settings. Let's do that. Options. Go medium and continue. Hopefully, maybe. It's when I'm streaming, isn't it? Let's see. Do you remember?
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question. Do you remember your wife's hand on your face? You know who I am. I'm the bad day.
Jeez.
The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets, wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone.
Okay, I should probably change these settings when I get the chance. Let's see.
Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
Let's see if turning the video all the way down will help. Medium, low. Oh, that looks like it helped. Okay. Reality will turn into a test network. This is
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth? Oh no, funky baby, you stayed. It was the rest of it that left. Or you just stood there, with one hand on the bottle and the other on your dick, watching it go. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours? No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium. Everything. The Pale and the Isolas. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. No, you haven't. You're just sleep talking. And the act is wearing thin, too. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins, stinky boy. You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state. You're trying to what? I can't hear you.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hang-up. Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork, barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Good going, buddy. Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night. You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it?
Better, but
You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think. It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline. Speed is a potent central nervous system stimulant. It kept you propped up all day yesterday, despite your debilitating hangover. How else did you think you even got up from this? It's power, man. It's professionalism. It makes you feel like you're young again and ready to detect. Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. May suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know. It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you. Your hands, however skillful, can't manage this task on their own. You should get your chain cutters out.
All right.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. The shoe you found on the balcony fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force. Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. And maybe, just maybe, you succeeded. We'll never know. Or maybe you were trying to smash your own reflection in the window pane.
Okay. Oh, that doesn't look smooth. Let's see. Here. How's that looking? That looks alright. Okay, come back in.
The door is closed. This door can only be opened with a key. Still nothing.
Okay. Whoa, that's different.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them. Everything points to the dock workers' union. The tracks in the mud, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information, which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy. I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the union. These men here.
Okay.
Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them. I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it. That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head. One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Good. A power move. Purposefully concentrate on something else first. Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. No, you don't. Fucker. Lay off the... Besides, the RCM doesn't do search warrants. I know the law. You'll just have to wait for the kitchen to open.
You do realize you can just go into the kitchen at 1300 hours. No need for superstar charm or... Sambo is an acronym for Samaran boxing. Graceful
Yes. Got the 20 real. Then why are you waiting?
The man ponders his cooking utensils and he looks up at you, then looks away quickly. Shrugging is an international sign. The mention of mañana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures.
Okay.
Then he falls silent again. They're friends. The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his and then seems to wait for you to speak.
Horse need more vodka?
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits.
Of course, vodka. Now that makes a very, very special borscht indeed. Turn it up and then ask for some yourself. Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg. He smiles, nodding vigorously. Then pause half. He smiles and nods enthusiastically and, chattering away in his language, ladles some brew into a small thermal cup. Then hands it to you. You see a heavy
1400.
Let me handle this. Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome. No, I am not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union. So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does. That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority.
She says nothing. Could this be the Miss Beaufort that Easy Leo mentioned?
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems? I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes, in the way she stands, in her face. You caught her off guard. Push her some more.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel.
You set the pace and the topic of these conversations here.
I represent the Union and these men here. Don't make this personal.
A very minor victory.
What you want is of no significance. What are we going to do to you? The Union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization.
Goddamn right.
If anything, it is the RCM. Aggressive. You make your living enforcing violence. This
So you were spying on us, and now you represent
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
Ah, jeez.
Look, a comedian.
Strange. It's as if people don't believe a...
This is where you say your bit.
detective.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
What, is he fucking kidding? This guy...
Hey, asshole, up here. We're talking to you.
We are looking for Titus Hardy.
Oh, this is about him.
You're sure taking your time. Wait...
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Time to go to work in this shit!
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than...
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in... Starting from the right. Boot size 44, sitting on his right. Standard working boots. Size 45 or 46, across at the other table. Hobnailed working boots. Size 43. Gang tattoos. Mesk or... And then, standard working boot. Steel reinforced toes. Size 46. The big dick. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain. In the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44, 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum? On his neck. Forget it. Let's call this one the musician. Size 41, with the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face, mean, watery up in the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy, boot size 46, deep marks, probably carried the victim over. He alone is 130 kilos. Add the man. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy. Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8th?
The fuck is with you, fella? The pretty boy?
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
You mean these boots? We all got a pair. We wore them the night we took the pretty boy out back and hung him by the neck. Yeah, we did this. Together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why our prints are all over the scene. Goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for...
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
Rest assured, lawman. None worse than our guy. He got what was coming.
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
Who do you fucking think does?
Theo's a great guy, a great guy, but come on. Titus Hardy runs the Hardy Boys. That's why we're called the Hardy Boys, genius.
I think you got your answer.
Yes, there are some administrative differences. You don't have to keep answering his question.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night.
Known him? We don't associate with
Yeah. Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town.
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus.
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
'Cause one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm Oranese goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all.
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some Oranese paratrooper song.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did.
This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Wrong. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
There's slight unease in him suddenly.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started to come in here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs. Show me your cunt. Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it.
Yeah, me and Eugene got around. Aren't you fucking listening?
No, you're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you.
There's nothing you can do for now.
We hanged him up by his neck until he got...
Didn't they teach you any...
Can you give us a few more details? Did you muffle him? We haven't heard any reports of screams.
Titus, you don't have to clarify anything.
We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
Actually,
Damn it.
they're admirably, surprisingly composed. The entire room. Given, well, this one, but he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hopes.
With numbers, asshole. How do you think? You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining.
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
Weren't you fucking listening? The fucker came to our bar. It happened right here.
Like what, Copper? Yeah, lawman. Why don't...
It's almost an anthropological sight, watching him try to assert.
Not in the arresting mood?
By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. Easy. Walk back from the provocation. They're armed, and they outnumber us. The lieutenant tries to establish eye contact with you.
Wise move. You made the right choice.
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is a group responsibility, we're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us, real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating. What are you talking about, madman? There's no eighth. Or what? You want to be the eighth Hardy Boy?
Actually, boss, we've been talking.
She? So there's an eighth Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl? Who?
Shut the fuck up, Glenn!
I do the talking here. Now what the
So let me get this straight. There is an eighth Hardy Boy.
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. And you're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this eighth.
Stream is still choppy. Not a fan of that. Okay, let's look at the body since apparently we didn't yesterday. Or last time. Let's see.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell.
Active decay.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow!
Let's see. No. I have no idea what to do. Seems like somebody's having a good time. Let's see. Can I level up something? Look at that one. Oh, that one.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eye.
Okay. Oh, I guess it's...
Fuck does Kuno care? You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. And then what? You fucking there.
He's trying to fuck at you again, Kuno!
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape. Yeah, to the both of you, watch your ass in Kuno's town. It's a vitamin pig. Don't you know anything?
You could use some.
Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you...
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno! He's gonna use it against you, Kuno!
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
Fuck you, pig! Don't do mag! You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die!
Okay.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
Alright.
Kuno doesn't fucking...
Alright, let's go somewhere else. Said talk to the union workers, so let's do that. What's this about?
Whoa! In your hand, Pyrrolidon, the double rainbow of synthetic hallucinogens, rare and gritty, a product of the age of atomic power. What a funny little cap. Don't let the scary medical warnings throw you off. It's an inadequate antidote to radiation poisoning, but a potent antidote to boredom.
Okay. Okay.
It's not gonna give you radiation poisoning, stupid. Pyrrolidon is a perfect match for a badass junkie cop who's looking for a little heat. The container is warm to the touch. Or is that just the anticipation? You screw the lid open and look. A little slit on the side lets you just slurp it up. Like an oyster. Come on, slurp it. No problem. This one's for the brave and sensitive ones anyway. It could improve your human interactions. But you threw that chance away. No matter. In a few hours, you'll get the urge again. Maybe then you'll choose more courageously.
You've passed up your chance to start using Pyrrolidon for now, but don't worry. The option to use it becomes available again in 4 hours.
Looking for something? Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything. God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine. No.
He's got a smoke right there in his fucking hand. Snatch that shit out of his fat fingers You need it after listening to his gut.
It's my last one. Sorry, all done. I bet. Sorry I couldn't be of any help.
Alright.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you? Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole. Like I said before, I don't know much about this weasel, but the bossman said he's a real piece of work. Thanks for helping out, friend. Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Eberhard's law. But really, they're just like you.
Do not presume this has drastically altered our race dynamic. True, I said nothing about he does not so much as glance at the object. Stop showing me you're pathetic. Does he strike you as the kind of man who puts mugs into trash? I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading. The Hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the union alone. And I do this out of race heroism. Finance is an alien concept to the seminaries. Now leave me be. I must luxuriate in the company. There is nothing funky. I cannot possibly...
Alright. Let's see.
The file cabinet stands steady as ever. Sliding out, the drawer slides shut.
Let's see. This way.
This is the night watchman's booth.
Okay. Can't go this way. Nope. What else? What else? What else? What else?
Mr. Dubois, every worker... Eh? Why the hell not? Now, how can I help you today? I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you? Just as I thought. Culturally antiquated mug collection. What a weasel. Pissing on Everart's. Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good. Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me. I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best, helping people, with the power of politics.
Yes, yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you.
Okay.
Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this. But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
That's not how you baton someone. The technique is way off. You strike with your whole body, not just the baton.
Oh, Harry, thanks for the tip. I'll leave doing the real damage to you. You are the real police officer after all, not me. By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
Okay.
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramoritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry.
Alright.
Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant. Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container. Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually... But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, one of them got downright suicidal. Getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging...
By negotiator, you mean...
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill. Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys. There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood. They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
So these ideally...
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, Socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land. He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
If he's just boasting, then it sure doesn't feel like that to you. He's...
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective... These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company, after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during...
That does sound quite unlikely, yes. The big guy leading the scabs at the gate, he's not scared of them. If any...
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me. Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core men. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his...
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've...
You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he...
Also, Harry, here's 5 real. I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
The lieutenant watches you pocket the banknote.
Good boy. A real team player. Now, do you have any more questions? Was it a good tour? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But, yes, Harry, it's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left. So you have to be... He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
No.
What does your heart tell you about your lost gun, Harry? Does it tell you to forget about it? Or do you think...
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my account.
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very...
But, he thinks, it's your...
As I said, it weighs... I'm glad you asked, Harry.
Ouch.
The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs. And on...
Roller skating. Not drugs, Harry.
There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already... On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there.
Oh, so I can't
a
go
little
till
village,
tomorrow.
they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I
In
trust your
terms of the
detective skills, Harry.
Water drips from the eaves. A woman looks at her freshly tarred skiff. There's a pair of cavalry boots under the fish in the box.
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie. You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here.
Okay.
You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the water lock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then we can talk about your gun. Most certainly, Harry. By all means, Harry. What's on your mind? What? Oh, how could I forget your little side project? Well done, Harry. Well done. Don't even tell me what it was. But good job.
So do I. That's one tasty brew.
See you soon, Debardeur. Just kidding. But not too much.
Come on. There we go. I can turn the camera. Let's see. Can't go that way. Can't go that way. Wait, we can't go that way. See, it's almost 3. So we can probably do another dialogue thing before we have to. Oh, wait. Thought I saw something, so let's check this out. Oh, so we can't go this way. Okay. Never mind then.
C'est unpromising.
Okay. Got nothing new to say. Yep, no.
Yes?
See if this guy is
Right to work! A lorry stuck in the traffic jam.
Actually, now that we can. Oh, jeez. What's that?
still has no response.
Okay, nothing there. I think there was a shot person near here. No. If this person has anything they have to say.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything. Wow. I didn't know you worked for the Union, sir.
Okay.
Anything else I can do for you?
Blow the whole thing on speed and gin right now. Speed and gin.
No thanks. Let's wait until you really need that. I don't think this person.
Looking for something?
Nope. Alright. Let's go back in here. And then we'll call it for now. Let's see. Alright. Right here. Talk to him next time. Save it right here. And then, you guys can catch me on... Ooh, God. Choosing the most random times to stutter. Anyway, you guys can catch me on Mike's stream later, where we'll be having another Idle Convo episode, hopefully. And, until then, have a great Sunday. And we'll be back with more Disco Elysium later tonight. Until then, bye!